Hey guys, welcome to my channel and I'm back again with another really interesting coding interview question video guys. And in this video we are going to actually solve a LeetCode premium question. So yes guys, if you don't have LeetCode premium subscription but you do want to solve those problems and know more about them, then you are at the right place, because this time we are going to solve premium questions for you guys and giving you all the knowledge that you want to solve those coding interviews. So without taking any time further, let's get started. So first of all guys, let's go through the problem statement. The problem statement is pretty straightforward. It's called minimum total operations, and just like its name suggests, you have to find out the minimum total operations to actually do something in this array. What are they actually doing? Let's see this with an example. So we have got an array called as 142, let's say. What we have to do for each and every operation, we have to select a prefix of the array. So let's say we select the first two numbers, okay, and in this prefix we basically add a element called as k, and that k element could be a positive number or a negative number. So let's say in the first operation we add -2 to each element of this prefix, and now the array becomes -1, 2 and 2. And in the second operation we take -1 as a prefix, and we add 3 to it, and now the array becomes 2, 2, 2, which is all the elements of the array are now equal. So that is our goal. We want to find out in the minimum total operations we can make this array equal, and the operation that we can do is find out the prefix and add an element to all the members of that prefix. Okay. Now, another example we can see that if all the numbers are equal, you don't have to do anything. So in that case, your output is 0, right? So these are certain edge cases. Now we know that this is what we have to do. Let's also understand what are the constraints we have to deal with. The constraints are that the length of the array goes from 1 to 10 to the power 5, and the number can go from negative 10 raised to the power 9 to positive 10 raised to the power 9. Okay. So this is the problem statement. Now, how do we resolve it? So first of all guys, actually we can do this with a brute force approach as well. So what we can actually do is, go through all the elements, let's say 1, 4, 2, find out the difference or find out the lowest between them, and finally in like some cubic for loop complexity, we can actually make it same, right? Or make it just equals to the middle element, or make it just equals to the smallest element, right? But this is not what we want to do. We want to make it optimized, as we know that the constraint says that you have got numbers in the array which can range from 1 to 10 raised to power 5. So we want to do it in the most optimized way. Now look at this problem a little bit carefully. We want to find out the minimum number of operations to make this array equal. So let's say the array is not equal when, let's say I compare the second element with the first element, right? So 4 is not equals to 1. So we need at least one operation for 4 to become equal to 1. We either have to -3 into it, or add 1 into 1 and -2 from 4, but we need at least one operation, right? And even when 1 and 4 become equal, we know that if they are now, so let's say if 1 and 4 are equal, and let's say 4 becomes equals to 3 and 1 becomes equals to -1, or sorry, 4 becomes equals to 2 and 1 becomes equals to -1, we know that we still need one more operation for this 2 to become equals, either this 2 to become equals to this -1, or this -1 to become equals to this 2, right? So what we are actually doing, we are actually trying to find out how many differences are there in the array. And if I show you how many differences are there in the array, it is basically if we have got 3 members of the array and we can take 1 as the member of the array which is going to be same and it's not going to be changed. So the number of different elements that need to be changed are 2. And that is exactly the number of operations you need to find out the minimum number of operations to make this array equal. So just to make it super short, you just have to find out if a number is equals to its previous element or not. If this number, so let's say if this 2 and 2 are equal, if this 2 and 2 are equal, we don't have to do anything to these 2 and 2, right? We only have to change this one. So all you have to do is compare every number with its previous number or its adjacent number. Find out if it's equal or not. If it is equal, then you don't have to do anything, no operation needed. You go to the next one. Now compare it again with the next element and see if it's equal. If it is not equal, that means that you need at least one operation to make it equal. And in that way, you can actually come out to two operations, right? So that is basically the answer, guys. That is the solution we are going to do. We are going to compare every element with its previous element. Let's see how we can do that in Python. So first of all, let's initialize the count as 0, and then we go from the range. Okay, we are going to just iterate the array, and we start from the first element, not from the 0th element, because we want to compare it to the previous element. So for I in range, and we are going to take the range from 1 to length of the array. Okay, take the range from 1 to length of the array. And now in this function, what we are going to do is we are going to find out if the number is equals to the previous number or not. So if nums minus 1 is not equals to nums I, in that case what we are going to do, we are going to increment our count. So count becomes equals to count plus 1, and finally we are going to return this count. Okay, and that is my answer. So now that we have written this code, it is time to actually run this code with some test cases. So let's click on the run button. Let's see if it passes the test results. So obviously I have some indentation error here, which is not good. So I'm just gonna keep my indentation correct, and now you can see it has accepted both my test cases, and it accepts as the solution as well. Now coming on to the time complexity. So you can see, guys, that this is a for loop with only a single for loop. So the time complexity is going to be order of n, and the space complexity, guys, is going to be order of 1, because we are not storing any extra memory element here. We are just iterating over the array that is given to us. Okay, so order of n is time complexity, order of 1 is space complexity, and that is how this problem needs to be solved. Okay, so that was the video, guys. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you do like this video, guys, then please do not forget to like this video, share this video with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for me, please do write down in the comment section below. I will be really happy to read that feedback. And in case, guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for future notifications of more such programming, coding, interview question videos. I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Until then, take care and bye bye.